Yeah, I did this one video where I said that if you are the person that shunned out the unvaccinated because you thought you believed everything they told you and you were kicking people out of your family. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. They were probably the one that were kicked out of their family meetings or the barbecues. Don't come to our house because you're not vaccinated. What I said was, if you're the person that kicked people out, you need to go back and apologize to your family because you didn't know at that time, but you were wrong.
Let's play this video.
That family, who was the unvaccinated family that showed up at the family reunion, is usually the outlier. They've become the outcast over the years. If you were on the side of going after that family, if you were the side that said, yes, they're wrong, use this as an opportunity to just call them. Because they just want to be heard. They want to be reached out to. They felt alienated, ostracized by the entire family. I don't think it's their job to come back to you. I think it's your job as that family to go and get them back.
What happened after you did this?
This one, I think in the first 24 hours, I must have received 3,000 DMs.
3,000 DMs.
I mean, it was moving. I've never seen my DMs move so fast in my life. And I get a good amount of DMs. But it was people just pouring out their heart saying, Matt, I'm so glad someone said this out loud because I was kicked out by my family. Or my dad didn't want to talk to me. Or my cousin didn't want to talk to me. Or my mother-in-law said, don't come over for family dinner anymore. And just to hear someone say that out loud. I mean, I sat there for, maybe 4 hours that first night, responding to every DM.
You responded to every DM?
I tried. And
these are long messages, right?
Yeah, just responding over and over again because people were literally, I could feel their pain and how much they were relating to this
That's
message.
a lot for you to take on, though, isn't it? I mean, responding to all this energy.
I feel like they gave me their energy and they wanted me, at least somebody, to hear them. And I didn't want them to feel like, no, you're alone in this. Because, in this day and age, people are feeling really alone. People are feeling forgotten. People feel like their voices don't matter. We focus on kind of the big voices in the world, and just normal, regular people, they're not feeling heard. They're almost like put in these digital prisons and enclosed by these walls, invisible walls, where they're just speaking into this, into the abyss. And I didn't want people to feel that way. So I felt like I had to respond to them. And I tried to get to as many as I could. There was no way I could get to
And what
them
was
all.
did they respond to your responses?
Yeah, a lot of response.
Shocked that you responded in the first place?
That's the problem with DMs, right? You respond once and they keep on coming.
What I find is that people send me this like internal monologue and then I actually respond and they go, I'm shocked. I'm like, what did you, were you just sending a message into the ether? I don't know if you got that sort of reaction.
Yeah, if it seems like it's a random message or they're spraying, then chance of me responding is very low.
So what do you think about that video you did that resonated so deeply? You're asking in that original clip, what are you asking people to do in the families?
If you kicked out your family member because they were unvaccinated or they didn't comply to COVID, you were wrong. You shouldn't have done that. You should apologize.
If you did the bad deed.
If you were on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
If you were kicked out your family member just because they didn't want to get a shot, which now we know, you didn't need to do that.
Well, and maybe my team can pull up the Johnson & Johnson clip that we released last week, which you probably saw. And the guy shoving down ice cream down his throat. And he said, we gave the people what they wanted. It reminded me of Dennis Quaid in that weird movie where he's shoving shrimp in his mouth. It's kind of gross. And 99% of the bad guys that we bust, for example, in Big Pharma, who brag about how they're trying to mutate the vaccine, how it's not good for you, none of these guys ever admit that they're wrong. So is your colleague correct when he's saying what he's saying with you, that, Matt, you're asking people to do something that's an anathema to human nature?
Isn't that really what people want right now? Is that we've been lied to over and over and over again. We're losing trust in all of our institutions. We lose trust in the health system, the education system, and just regular government altogether. And when's the last time any of these institutions ever apologized to you?
Never.
Just one, I'm sorry. And I think we'd be surprised at how much we as a society can heal just by saying, I'm sorry. We really messed up COVID, guys.
Did that used to happen?
I don't know if
in
it ever
history.
did, but we didn't ever have this access to information and communication that we do now. Like, I was a huge Trump fan going into this election, but there are a lot of policies that happened under Trump's watch during COVID that he could at least say, hey guys, maybe we didn't handle that correctly. Why not at least say that once?
Let's go back to that Johnson and Johnson clip and just the way he talks and the way he acts. You can look at it on the other screen.
But like he didn't know.
There's no proof. I mean, none of that stuff was safe and effective. People wanted it. Who gave it to them? It's like, all right, you know what? Cancer patient's going to die anyway. So I'm sure somebody.
So, can someone like this? Is someone like this constitutionally capable of apologizing?
I mean, there's zero remorse in the
no
way he
penitence.
says that, right?
Yeah.
And the way he's just shoving ice cream in his face while you say that, it makes you hate them more.
We kind
doesn't
of
it?
talked about this at breakfast, that there seems to be, and we all know this, that all levels of society, just a breakdown of integrity and decency and God. And it's hard to find someone to fix your kitchen anymore. I mean, people just steal money from you and don't care about doing the good work. There's just lack of soul. But you're asking people to come out and do the right thing.
Yeah,
in
I mean,
your show.
I feel like, especially in America, it has to go back to being a high trust society. You need to go back to a world where you don't have to worry about someone breaking into your car everywhere you go. You don't have to worry about, is my front door locked all the time? Actually, you should be able to trust your neighbors and society around you that they're not going to break in. There's parts of America that are still like that, but it used to be that way, where you're not as concerned if my car door is locked or not. No one's going to break in. Why do we normalize this idea of being a low trust society? High trust is where we need to be. And it takes accountability. People need to apologize for what they've done wrong. It's the first step. I mean, if you ever fight with a girlfriend or a wife or family member, healing doesn't start till someone says, I'm sorry. That's just kind of the
I'm trying to think
baseline.
if that's happened at all this year. Has anyone apologized?
No one's ever apologized.
Why is that, do you think?
Pride, ego.
Pride. And you watched The Truth Inside Veritas, and that was one of the takeaways for many people. Just ego.
It's ego. It's all ego.
They'll go to the United States Supreme Court before they're willing to admit they're wrong.
I mean, the fall of all great men, all great societies is pride. You get too big, you think you're better than everyone else, you lose accountability, you lose the ability to connect with the people that you represent, and all of a sudden you're acting on your own behalf and no longer for the people that you're supposed to be helping.
Pride comes before the fall.
Pride.
I'm reading this book by Jordan Peterson called We Who Wrestle with God. He didn't pay me to say this. I genuinely just read, and it's unbelievable